Hey everybody, welcome back to Marty and the Mystery Box. This is day 2 of, if you just tuned in today, I am Martin Evans. I wrote the book, Marty and the Mystery Box. So I said every day, only not every day, sorry, just starting Sunday, I will go live and I'll talk about the book. If you're interested in any of the characters and all that, and or anything you want to talk about the book, you could email me at martyinthemysterybox@gmail.com. Okay, so this is the second page to the book. I guess I'll begin from the second page, like I said. Don't mind my reading. But we left off as the box was middle of the road. My wife looked at it, Rose. She just saw like a basic Amazon box. That's what she saw. But when I looked out the window, I felt like the box was calling to me and it was kind of glowing. So we had her thing back and forth, but ended up, she went back to bed. I called for my dog, Kelsey, the German Shepherd. Kelsey didn't come, and I will start from there. So Rose said, I have all the dogs, Bear. She calls me Bear. Underneath, okay, I'm going to read this like it says Marty, but because I'm reading it, I don't pronounce myself as Marty. I say me. So, okay. Underneath my breath, I said, Kelsey, you're traitor. I guess it's all up to me. Well, fuck it. Here I go, Marty thought. As he closed the apartment door behind him, he wondered, this is really crazy. As he was approaching the elevator, the light started flickering in the hallway, and then he started thinking about supernatural movies and stuff and getting really freaked out. He said shit under his breath and dashed for the elevator. Finally, he makes it to the elevator, looks around as usual, pulls the thing down, looks at the buttons and presses the down button. So he reaches over, presses the down button, and the elevator door slams. As he's going down the elevator, nothing new, just looks at his watch, and finally gets to the bottom of the elevator. As he reached the front door, there was a green mist in the distance in the middle of the road. So Marty looked puzzled. He reaches for his cell phone, call his wife Rose. It went straight to the answer machine. I muffled under my breath. I'm doing something crazy like this, and she doesn't have the decency to pick up, it figures. So anyways, I'm finally outside the apartment. I saw the square box, middle of the road, cars are driving by it, racing by it. I look around, my phone rings, my backpack up. So Marty picks up the phone. He looks at the call display, it says boss. So he thinks to himself, okay, I got to answer this. Yeah, it's, what's up, boss? Hey, Marty, are you coming in the office today? Well, I said I kind of don't feel well, but I'm going to work on the Evans account and get it done by Friday. The boss said, okay, take care, and I'll see you Friday. So as Marty hung up, he muttered under his breath, oh, fuck, the Evans account. That's worth millions. I don't want to fuck that up. So then Martin continued to look outside the road, and he looked at his watch. He said, fuck it. So he crossed the road safely, picked up the box, and strangely enough, as he picked up the box, it was light, like there was nothing inside it. But as he looked at it closer, he noted a cross symbol marked on it. So as usual, he picked the box, looked both ways, went to his car. He opened his car, he placed the box in the car. On the passenger side, turned the key and headed to work. Once again, he looked at the box again to see if there's any strange similar things, and he just noticed this cross carved in the middle of this box. So as he has just continued going to work, he's looking at his watch saying, oh, I'm going to be late. So then he just started the day. Traffic stuck as usual. Every stop, someone had a sign asking for money. Finally, someone came up to him and said, do you have any money, sir? I said, I'm just as broke as you. And then as Martin proceeded to drive his car away, the guy gave him the finger and shouted out, must be nice to have a car. Finally at the office, the boss's play toy drove up beside me. You're late, Marty, she said. I said, so are you, I replied. And that was the end of page 2 of the story. It's actually a lot better than that, but it's hard for me to read it like someone else is reading it, but gives the idea of, I finally get down the elevator. I call Rose, she doesn't answer, goes to call display. So I'm finally going outside. I look around, I see the box in the middle of the road. Cars passing it, and I noticed it giving off like a strange green mist. So I said, oh, that's peculiar. So safely I ran across, picked up the box, got the box in my hand, and then I looked and I noticed there was no weight to the box. And then I looked around, turned the box around, nothing much. So I picked up the box and proceeded to go to my car. As I placed the box on the passenger side, it got on the driver's side to go to work. I looked at it again. I noticed that there's a cross etched inside of the box. And I thought that's peculiar, but I was going to be late. So finally, I put it aside, driving down the street, and I noticed all these people at every stop sign. They all have a cardboard sign saying, no work, I need money. So finally, one knocked on my window, and I said, yes. And he said, oh, I need money for work, sir. I'm ready to work and all this. I said, well, I'm the same boat as you. And then I proceeded to leave, and then he gave me the finger and said, oh, fuck you. It must be nice to have a car. And finally, I get to work, pulling the thing, and the boss's secretary pulls up and said, why are you late, Marty? I said, why are you late, Suzanne? And then that's when the page 3 would come in. So all what's happening now is from page 1, the dog's freaked out and noticed a box in the middle of the road. Page 2, Marty finally gathers the confidence to run down the hallway, go down the elevator, grab the box. So he's got the box. He puts it in his car. He noticed there's a cross engraved in the box, and then proceeds to go to work, thinking nothing of it. That's so far how the book continues. So I will be here back next Saturday around same thing, 6 or 7. But if you have any more things you'd like to know about any of the characters or any story plots or anything like that, you can email me at martyandthemysterybox@gmail.com, or just follow me. I'm sure these videos are going to get better. This is my second attempt. I'm just trying to get a positive feedback from the book. And like I said, I called chapters a couple other places. And I don't even know if they're called chapters anymore, but the wife's helping me. And I made arrangements where once the book is actually made in hand, that's what it's doing right now, getting produced. I'm going to go to chapters or a couple of book places and try to talk to people about my book. And it's not going to be an overpriced book where you look at it and go, holy, that's a lot of money. I don't want to go that route. I just want to get my book out there in people's hands and hope they enjoy reading it as much as I did writing it. So in conclusion, that's page 2. I will see you back on Saturday, 6 or 7-ish, depends whenever I have dinner. Okay, so you take care. God bless you. And I hope you have a great, wonderful weekend. Thank you.